Hello, this little talk is about holding on to your presence and peace while the world changes and um, while working. So, oftentimes we get lost in drama. It's almost like you are put up on stage like an actor and you play these parts. You're pulled into different things. You're pulled into the role of an employee or a brother or sister. You're pulled into the role of a boyfriend, girlfriend, a wife, husband, child, depending on the situation. And there's always lots of talk and drama, tasks to be done, and there's worried about things. So when this happens, you become an individual, and the individual then separates itself from the great divine, the beloved, we call it. So how do you maintain it? How do you maintain this so that, let's say you're at work 8 hours a day and you're with a lot of people and there's a lot of drama. How do you maintain the peace that you are, that you know yourself to be when you sit by a beautiful tree like this or something? And you sit there and there's just nothing but this beautiful peace, and you know that is more true than what you experience in the rest of the world. How do you maintain that when you're up on stage in a work environment or home environment? One of the best ways to do it is realize that it's never lost. Take a look back at any memory that you've had in the past of an experience, maybe a conversation with a coworker, something simple like that. When that happens, look for this you that was there, a separate you. Was there a separate you that was actually there engaging in that with that person? There's a story of a separate you. You're watching the separate you, but is that your true being? Or is that just images of energies moving and appearing as different things? Where were you in that story? So you have a conversation with a boss or something. Go back to that conversation. You picture them sitting there. But where are you sitting? You're not really there. It's just them sitting there. So the next question is, well, what are they being projected upon? When you see them, what are they looking at? Not what are they looking at, but what do they land upon? What is this person, the image of this person, what is it landing upon? It's landing upon an open screen, an open presence, which is you. And if you follow that, you realize that they are also the open presence. So if you go back to memories, you realize that memories are both the open presence, appearing as other things. In which case, even at that time when you feel like you have lost it, you really haven't. It was there the entire time. It was just being portrayed as an illusion of something separate. Does that feel right? Sit with that a moment. Go back to a memory. Feel your own inner peace. Paint it out into any story that took place. And see if that story is also it. Were you ever touched? This then leads you to realize that everything that is appearing is all you. And that we are alone. All one. All one. One being. Patterning is everything. This is a return to source, a return to love, a return to the God, essence, divine beloved, is knowing this. Now, this does not mean that next time you go into work, you're going to feel a divineness all the time. You're going to have feelings of up and down, left and right. But when you sit back and reflect upon them, and you sit back and see them again, you'll recognize your true self in all of those, as they did appear, but you just were not aware of it at the time. And in truth, you almost have to go up on stage as a character to play these out. You play these out so that you can go back and look and say, look how that was. If you didn't, then you would have just sat there as a divine being, and the opposite would never have shown up as an illusion. See if that makes sense. Now, what you can do to prepare for the day is sit quietly and recognize and know your divine being at all times. Once this is known, then you can look for it in all kinds of different ways. You can sit in meditation and go back to find it and see that it was always there. So spend some time each day in nature, sitting in stillness. Make that your relationship. Make that your love. Thank you.